This autumn season, it appears that there's a lot of different things going on all at the same time. The release of TXR 25, the Xbox ROG Xbox Ally, still doesn't have a price and is 3 weeks out. Project Motor Racing had another trailer for the multiplayer portion of the game. And honestly, the last thing I really wanted to talk about was Gran Turismo 7 with its yet another lackluster update. Until this happened.
この2025年の6月25日に、なんとグランツーリスモの、累計売上本数が1億本を超えたそうです。1億本です。この年末にですね、僕らはグランツーリスモ7のスペック3のアップデートを行う予定です。
Yes, the most unexpected thing happened. Kazunori Yamauchi himself graced our screens during the most recent State of Play to let us know that Gran Turismo as a series has sold over 100 million units, and no, he was not here to announce the name of his brand new yacht that he was going to use the money and the revenue towards. He actually had some information of an upcoming update. So let's take a look at that. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Matt, and of course, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Fanatec affiliate link down in the description below, and don't forget to check out my merchandise store at oweo.com/store/Matt51Westby. To be quite fair, if I was going to be talking about Gran Turismo 7 today, it would have been either the crazy engine swaps that have been added to this new 1.63 update, or would have been in discussion simply of where are all the race cars? And I think we've finally found our answer, and that is the fact that during this State of Play, there was a couple of key pieces of information Kazunori had decided to provide us with. And that is first and foremost that the next update, Spec III, will be coming in December. And to the keen-eyed viewers, this one was found on Twitter by Black Panther, very good racing YouTuber. So again, props to you for noticing this. The very next update is 1.64, and it's the Spec 3 update. So we will be going a couple of months without any new updates until then, which is a little bit unfortunate. But this update is going to be massive. And that is not one, but two brand new tracks are coming to Gran Turismo. It is the Yas Marina circuit and Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Now, please note that data miners going back prior to Spec 2 had found that Gilles Villeneuve was a circuit that was being worked on. So I feel that those data miners must be feeling very validated at the moment, where I bet that they must have had all sorts of criticism about, well, what do you mean? What do you mean that you found Circuit Gilles Villeneuve? It's just, it didn't come in Spec 2. You're wrong. Or so they must be just giggling with glee right now, saying, ha, I proved you wrong. It is coming. And honestly, I am very excited for that, because both of them, this is interesting, both of them are F1 grade circuits. So I know Formula 1 isn't really in Gran Turismo as of right now, but running Super Formulas on it is going to be kind of fun, if I'm going to be quite honest. Furthermore, one of the big notes, this is honestly one of the biggest things that I was very interested in. The fact that the most recent Ferrari Group 3 car that we have is the 458. On release, it was already basically 10 model years old. It was announced that one of the cars coming in Spec 3 is the Group 3 296. And that is, in my mind, a massive game changer. Because I was honestly deeply concerned on release we didn't have the 488 challenge. Nonetheless, we still don't have it. And Ferrari has already announced the Spec 2 version of the 296. And the 296 is nowhere to be found. So it was like, okay, the fact that we're finally getting a Group 3 race car. And not only is it a Group 3 race car, it is the Ferrari. That is awesome. So yes, I could go on and on and on about the Ferrari Group 3 car being added and just how excited I am to have a modern Group 3 car finally being added to this game. But furthermore, the other cars that were kind of announced was a Gran Turismo Formula car, yet another Skyline, to no one's surprise. And to the keen-eyed viewers, I think it was determined as a Toyota Silica FTO. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that one. So we're still not sure about 4 of those other cars, as yet the update was announced that there are 8 cars coming. We can almost for sure guarantee that the Xiaomi, what was it, the SU7 is coming, because that partnership was announced during the first round of the Gran Turismo World Series in London, and they keep on saying on Twitter that it's coming very soon. So it's absolutely gotta be that's coming in pretty quickly here. So 8 new cars, that's awesome, and confirmed 2 race cars, which is something we've been looking for a long time. So very excited about that. So already this update is shaping up to be something amazing. 2 tracks, 8 cars. What more could you ask for? Couple of interesting quality of life updates. An increased level for car collector, which honestly I think this was a long time coming, because it seems like after getting 100 million credits worth of cars, you'd reach level 50, or not even 100 million credits. But it seems like this game has like 550 million credits worth of cars, easy. So it's like you reach level 50 and then you have like 500 million credits more to deal with. So it's like, why aren't we counting those as levels? This is beyond me. Furthermore, some new scapes are being added, as you would imagine. Dunlop tires. That was announced as a recent partnership, as Michelin was kind of outgoing. Now Dunlop is going to be filling its place. Furthermore, unlimited car invitations in Brand Central. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I know that there are so many people who have been frustrated to no end that we're sitting here with basically finished car lists, apart from missing one invitation, which you can only get via a roulette, which I still think is one of the dumbest systems that you can make. The fact that you can't purchase invitations, the fact that, you know, it's all up to just chance, and there is a chance that you just never get it because it's all down to probability. So unlimited car invitations, we'll see what that looks like, but it sounds like already that they're finally making a change to that and making sure that it's not only down to the roulette system. Furthermore, enhanced weekly challenges. They didn't really show much about this, but they're grouping it up where like the first 3 are in like a bronze tier per se, and then the next 2 are like kind of a more intermediate level. Again, not much was shown on that, but we will see when it finally gets here. A couple of more things. Of course, new opening movie, new menu books seasonal menu, shall I say, which that will be interesting. Then we've got improvements to online races. Again, nothing was really shown on that one, so we're still trying to figure out what all of this means. I'm saving the best to last on this one. As many of you know, there is a app that you can download called Coach Dave, and I did just for a little bit of time, didn't really have much time to really experience it. I had it, I paid for the subscription for a month, but I just didn't actually really use it, so that was kind of dumb of me. But the deal of Coach Dave is that you can have it on a laptop, have it on the same Wi-Fi as your PlayStation, and it will track where you are on a track and then figure out, okay, which track is this, how are you doing on your times, and then it will compare it against various ghosts and various other time trials. So you can kind of get an idea of, you know, where it actually is a little bit of a telemetry software as well, which is awesome. So it'll take your inputs and your outputs of, like, you know, where you're braking and where your gas is and all the rest of that, which is great. And then you can kind of use that to learn from. That seems like that's coming to Gran Turismo natively, and it's just under what is known as a data logger. I think the idea of having telemetry and being able to view Ghost via Ghost and view where your throttle input and your braking input and all of that is otherworldly. Because, so for whenever I've done time trials, I've been a learner that the type of learning that I do is I watch and I repeat. So a lot of the time is I put up a Ghost and I just try to follow it. I try my best to recreate it. If the Ghost isn't there, my times are garbage, so I'll just try my best to run with said Ghost. But now I have the ability to take a look at telemetry and maybe start learning from what the Ghosts are actually doing instead of just being blatantly faster than me on pace alone. I can see what they're doing and say, okay, so they're just braking hard and they're braking really late versus what I'm doing where I'm just braking a little bit early and then it's just like straight on the brakes, straight off the brakes. They're probably doing a little bit more trail braking than I am, you know, so there's a lot to be learning from. And I cannot tell you how excited I am for that, because that's been something that I've been looking for a really long time. And it's just gonna finally be here. So I think, honestly, that was just... Spec 3 is what I needed. That announcement is what I needed, because I was getting really down on the dumps about Gran Turismo 7. The uncertainty of the future of Gran Turismo 7. It just seems like we're in that lull period waiting for Gran Turismo 8. So the fact that Spec 3 is coming out kind of tells me, first of all, they're not done with Gran Turismo 7, which is awesome. But this could kind of be a last hurrah then. Because what could you add to Gran Turismo 7 after a couple more tracks and a couple of new cars and these quality of life? I imagine we'll still probably get a couple of free updates after that, but like this will be the last big thing, as Gran Turismo 8 will probably coincide with maybe the PlayStation 6. So we got another year or two left easy before we'll actually see some announcements for Gran Turismo 8, which I think is enough time. But let me know all what you guys are thinking down in the comment section down below. If you're excited for Spec 3, if you're thinking that we should have had more communication over the years. Honestly, this is where I struggle a little bit, because maybe I would have liked a track in 2024. Maybe I would have liked a track in 2025, because basically the update's going to be in December and that's going to be about it. So maybe I would have wanted more communication and maybe slightly larger updates with more race cars instead of waiting for the very last minute of 2025 to finally say, oh, here's a lot of stuff, you know? So let me know all what you guys are thinking down in the comment section below. Of course, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, check out my Fanatec affiliate link down in the description below. And don't forget to check out my merchandise store at oweo.com/store/map51westby. Again, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day today. Take care. Bye.